Hey y'all, I'm back with part 2 of day 4, right? I think so. Like I said, I need to get a little card and keep track of what day we're on so that I can remember. Okay, so I did a whole lot of cleaning, so this may look a little different. Maybe it doesn't at all, but around me looks very different. I just want to show you these cute cards that I made today because I used this for day, I don't remember now, maybe day 1. Oh, something went flying. Okay. The Pizza Hut card. And here's my little stack of stuff we've made so far. I should say me. And I have written some poems. I don't want to share them all. There was one I was willing to share about. Wow, it just got messy. Greta and Frida. I wrote Frida and Greta, Ancestor Alive, Protest and Action, and Art to Survive. So I wrote some other poems for the other ones, just tiny little rhymes, but those are going to be just for me and my family. So we have the stuff we've made. Because I had these cute little, can you see in all this visual interest? Because I had these other 2 images from the page, I wanted to make sure I used them up because well, I love them. Here's some more clips I've been trying to use, by the way. I keep trying to think what clip is going to work best. So these will go with that, actually. So there's Kitty and Daddy had such fun learning about all the things that go. And then there's am sleepy and night. And I sewed around them, and I used little squares of a cutter quilt. I wish you could feel those. It feels so nice. So I'll put those all together. And that also went with my school bus moment. You know what? I'm glad I pulled this out because I may use this as well. I also did some dyeing because I realized DYE because I realized I didn't use the lace for one, but it's across the room, so we'll just use what we have. So I'm going to use this as well, I think, because I really like this sort of spacey look. Okay, so we have your Hannahs are here. I'm just going to make that simple. I probably will wait until I have the right color in my sewing machine to go around it. And that's gonna go, I have a journal, I'll pull it out one day that's just about me. It was something that Painty Hands did a while back, and you could make a journal about yourself, and I think I'll put that in there. Oh, there's my fun closure. I'm gonna put this here so it doesn't get lost. All right, so what we have left, it looks like a mess because I got into some paint, y'all. So I pulled out these. I didn't paint these, but I thought they might be cool to use. These are laminate samples. I love getting samples at the Art Asylum because you can use them for so many different things. So these I will be using, and these I used to make this paper. Let me make sure you guys can see what this paper looks like. Can you see how the kind of almost the little lines, they almost look like TIE fighter wings? So very excited about that. I started off, I have another thing of samples. I'm guessing these are like shower door samples. I started off using this one, and it looked too spiderwebby. I didn't like it. And then I used this one, and it made these like really cool TIE fighter-y moments. I've had a request to keep some of it for someone in my family, so I'm deciding how, because I was thinking of making like another book, but I think I'll keep a page for them and then a page for the project. And so I pulled this out as well because I thought this might be fun for the Star Wars logo. I haven't decided. So I am keeping, so let's look at other ones. Let me make sure, can you see? Are they shining? Okay, so there's different textures to these. Some of them are flat, but some of them have really interesting, like this one's bumpy. You can't see it, but you can feel it. This one's really smooth with all these tiny elevations? I'm not sure what to say. And these are all smooth, so I don't know how I use those, but definitely excited about having those around. So I will show you how I do this. So thankfully this one just unscrews. Because these are 2 of my favorites, I'm gonna put them, well, I didn't like I'll put my favorite here. I didn't love this one, so I'll put this one. I might put it at the bottom, y'all. I mean, I can tell because it's got paint on it, but so I think this will make like a beehivey kind of, I don't know. I'm excited to just play with these. Maybe one day I'll just get some paint out and we'll have a go. Let's see. That one went here. It's so funny. I was organizing today and cleaning, getting ready for holiday decor, and just, it's funny, in where I live, it's like winter cleaning because it starts to get nice out and you open the windows and all of a sudden, like, you've been sort of like literally curtained in or shuttered in for the summer because it's been so hot. And then you open all the windows up and you're like, ooh, I need to tidy things up. So this made me think of it. I've been having a lot of conflict within myself because I'm a very type A organized person, but I also love to create. And writing on a computer is very neat and tidy, and you can spread it out if you need to on paper and put it back together. This is not a neat, tidy hobby. So I'm trying to let the creative part of myself be creative, but also keep enough, like, what do we say, like, order that I don't feel too overwhelmed. So I'm gonna make something special with this. This one is the better one in my opinion. So I'm going to try first to make, it's like essence of TIE Fighter, right? Because really, like, the wings are different. But I want to see if, like, just adding a dot and then maybe I'll add some silver to it, if that makes these look like TIE Fighters. Like, I'm in love. Do you see that? See if you can see. It's just essence of. I'm not even going to try to draw Star Wars graphics because I'm just not. It's not my jam. Okay, so I do like those. I'm going to let this dry, experiment with adding some silver. So I'll put this, so I was going to put this aside. Why don't we keep half of this for the requester. Sorry, that was a big noise. That's where I keep I have a place to keep my stuff now. Is this going to be big enough? And this could be like a flip out, right? I had the hardest time cutting things straight. It was like a joke. We had those big paper cutters in the teacher's workroom. Like, it did not matter how much I tried. I would get it crooked. And I just finally was like, you know what? We can't all be good at everything. Okay. So this is going to be for me. This is going to be for the requester in my family who wants it. So I may work on this separately and show it to you guys when I figure out how these TIE Fighters are going to go. The reason I want this piece, though, is I don't like how this turned out. I think it looks ugly. I can see the pink. I'm not a fan. But I do like this a lot. Oh, hey. Okay. What if... Okay, I can see the pink there, but I could cover that up. Always like paint that over. I was gonna make this into a shaker though, so let me think, have a think. If I made this a shaker, I would have to sew it onto here. And then it would no longer be a pocket. Look at those though. See those? Like the little Death Star, not Death Star, you know, TIE Fighter. So this is what we're gonna do. Just gonna do it, right? It's junk. I can make more. I don't know why it's so hard to. Well, I do, because you spent, like, I painted this one last night, 2 nights ago before bed, and then let it dry, which is a fun thing. I actually find that that's one way I come back to my hobbies with writing, with this, as I leave, and I mean, writing, people have told me this is not like my grand idea, but I leave myself at a stopping point that is inviting. So, like, there was this painty paper waiting for me when I came down in the morning, which was nice because we had an early appointment, and then I could have been so tired being like, eh, but it made me excited. And it has been kind of a bad day, but my people brought me ice cream, so how bad can that be if it ends that way, right? Okay, so is this the piece? Please fit. I'm tempted to just take that bit off. It's not gonna come off easily, so we're just gonna let that be. And then I will trim this because I want this to shake, which means, I think I'm shaking the table, y'all. I apologize. I was shaking my foot. Oh, dang nabbit, I got some, what do you call it? Drips. I'm gonna have to get a paper towel. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully it's not too late to clean this up a little. So I really want that circle. It's like a bingo dauber moment. Good enough. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's so nice to walk around my downstairs now because I actually got I have some library shelves with a ladder, which are like my favorite in the whole world. And the ladder's been put to the side because there was too much junk around. Not junk, art materials. And today I sorted it in a way, well, it's taken me like weeks, that I can actually have the ladder out now. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, so we need this little friend to dry. We don't need to worry about what's on the back of this because it will get covered. As soon as I like this, I'll put on my friends here. So that is that. Okay, now we have this piece. And I'm thinking this could be like a writing tag, but I found this paper and my stuff. I'm gonna eventually make a space journal. Sad story, but kind of cool. I was on contract for writing some kids' library books about the planets and then the pandemic happened. And that was 5 books out of 6 done, and they canceled it, which I know everybody has their own stories of, and you know, mine could have been much worse, but man, that stunk. But I did get the really fun experience of learning about space and doing all this research. I love space, love science. Okay. Oh, and I love these pens too. These Sharpies, these S gels. Leah from Thrifty Day got me started on them, and now I'm kind of obsessed. Okay. So for some reason I've decided I'm covering this envelope with it. So, you know, here we go. Why don't I collage what's left onto this card, or maybe I won't end up using it on him. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I want that on there. I don't know why. I just do. I like it. This envelope got a root refill anyway. This is going to come a journal card. I pulled these out, by the way. I'll show you in a second. These are sample. Well, I guess I didn't show you. These are samples. I mean, my art place has so much. And I love that they're not getting thrown away. And I thought some of these would be really, you know, like really cool. I mean, it's like a, just add like a soft moment to it, but also like a spacey fashion moment. Oh my gosh, all the fashion and Andor. It was such a good show anyway. But Mon Mothma's dresses, oh, I can't even. It did kind of weird me out how much she looked like Kristen Scott Thomas, but we'll let that go because she wasn't. And I love Kristen Scott Thomas. Before I knew that the makers were such problems, I mean, I still love the movies, I can't help it, but I was a big, oh my gosh, I'm gonna say it wrong now, Miramax, and like, okay, like The English Patient, and well, anything with Ray Fiennes in it. And I realize he's a problem now, shame, shame. Okay, and anything with Kristen Scott Thomas, Juliette Binoche and her beguiling hair, love her. Willem Dafoe and Ray Fiennes. It's kind of funny that Ray Fiennes actually ended up playing a monster in Voldemort, because I've always said they're gentlemen who I think are quite handsome, but also might be monsters. Let's see. Yo, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm sort of like, I'm having trouble even telling you what I'm thinking because I'm just winging it and going for it and making things. I'm gonna let these go to my trash. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Star Wars is still there. I wonder if this paper will actually, you know, cut. Good. You know, I don't know what it is. If you guys know the answer of why, I'm always interested in like the why of things. Why some paper just like the blade hates it. Speaking of the blade hates it, I may have to get a new mat because this one was free and I like it. And the ones I've been using for like 20 years, the Making Memories ones, are finally getting too gross. But I don't think this one has, I don't like how sticky it is. It's making me a little crazy. Like it's like everything stuck to it. Okay, I like that. I can't keep this because I was raised religious world to that end. Amen. And I, you know, great and all, but I will just keep singing that over and over because I always have a song in my head. Who else always has a song in their head? Okay. And if you do, does it vary or is it triggered by what's around you? Mine's usually triggered by what's around me. I don't know what to do with this, but I do like it. It really looks like my husband's name. I mean, my husband's handwriting. I don't know if it is, but I think I'm going to keep it for that reason alone. I might put it on a tag or something. I don't know. Let's think about that still. Still thinking. Okay. I want to use these. Wish you guys could tell me which one you think I should use to attach to this. Although now I kind of wish I'd had the blue one because there was kind of a bluish color, but I attacked that with some alcohol ink. You know, I might just, what if, sorry, this clatter might be lovely or terrible for you. I don't know. Okay. What if I try to back these? I don't know how I'm going to back these because I've never done it before. And these are not just tags, but these are tags with like things hanging off them because they're so pretty. I wish I had Star Wars stickers, which I don't. So instead of using this black thing, let's cut out Star Wars and see how it looks. Amazingly, I checked our stash, like our house stash, and we do not have Star Wars stickers. We have Star Wars everything. I mean, we have books of all the languages of Star Wars. I think I said in the other video of all the lightsabers that are in Star Wars, of all the, oh my gosh, we have these amazing pop-up books. One of them, like, the whole scene comes out to the point where it's like, not alarming exactly, but you're like, wow, you know, there's Jabba's palace. Not palace, but you know what I mean? There's Jabba and everything. And then we have another one that opens up and you can see the design of all the ships. As you can see, we're super fans. Okay, so I kind of like that a lot, actually. I wish there wasn't that little bit right there, but we must do what we could do, huh? Okay, I'm gonna use this, I think. It'll take a while to dry, but I should not be working on top of this thing I like because I'll get stuff all over it. It goes off a tiny bit. Probably, you know what? I will wait till it dries and then I'll trim it because otherwise I think it'll be a problem. Okay, I love that. Now we have to cover it with something on the back. What do I have around me? Ouch. Apparently I have a bucket under the table that I kicked and it hurt. I want something orange. Do I have anything orange? Got a little. I've got a big bin over here with all kinds of color. Oh, okay, that's a tiny Gwen off it. I love you. She packages all her stuff in this. I love this for the orange of the resistance. I'm getting way off task and I don't care. Okay, that's not the orange I need for this moment though. Looking around me, looking around me, looking around me. I'll just cover it with something neutral. Bah humbug. Kind of like that, and it's got green in it. I don't know what this was, but I actually like the bit of color there. So I'm gonna glue this on, and we'll punch the hole again. Because I want this edge glue on like that. Y'all, I don't mind the bit hanging off either. I kind of like it. It just gives it like a look. part of me, my little brain is like, my big brain. It's like, leave it be, Christine, leave it be. Okay. No, that doesn't look right. Okay, I also pulled out some buttons I thought were fun. So I'm gonna put these away because I used what I think I'm gonna use. Unless I decide to make more of these, I haven't decided. Some buttons I thought would be cool and kind of look, I don't know if you guys can see them. See how they kind, to me, they kind of look spacey. So, I just really like this tag. I don't know what to do with it. Like, do I just back it? Y'all give me a comment. What do you think? And I'll keep it on my desk because I think it'd be really cool to do something with. I'm not sure what yet. Because I mean, I could do like later on, I could do something like, you know, you can always put, sorry, I'm reaching, like a letter on it, which is pretty cool. That's nice, actually. I don't know what letter I would use. All right, we'll keep thinking, shall we? Keep thinking. Okay. We still have the Indiana. Oh my. Some more clips. These ones I think leave a little line too, but I like them a lot. I don't know why they're on my desk. Okay. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Because I don't care if it leaves like a mark on this. I do like these for holding signatures together that I've glued together. That's a whole other thing, but okay. I don't want this to be too boring, but I really like it also the way it is. I love this. All right, let's check on our things over here. I don't remember exactly what they look like. Sorry, my arm. I mean, my arm's my arm. I know that I just put my glitter pens. Maybe I'll see my head. We'll see. It's not quite dry, so. Okay, I think the black is too, you know, it doesn't show up enough, not enough contrast. Where are you, friend? Okay, here's my silver friend. Just wanted to, I want to make it look like mechanical rather than, I feel like the background looks very organic, kind of. That's better. All right, we have Essence of Empire Ships. Okay, I like that. So, let that dry. How are we doing on this friend? It's still pretty wet. For the sake of time, because Poscas are awesome, but when the ink is thick, it's thick. Okay, so we'll let that dry a little longer, and then I'll add those. We can move on with that. I feel like I need a checklist. Okay, not in a bad way. What's next? What's next? What's next? I've gotten all Star Wars on y'all. Plastic. Need a special place to keep plastic. I haven't figured that out yet. Over here. I also have some mirrored paper. Hopefully I didn't just blind you guys. Okay, I'm not gonna get too secret. I'm gonna make, ooh, that is bright. Why not? Why not, right? Why not? Just go full on Star Wars moment with this. Okay, let that dry. Let's see how our little friend is doing over here. I like you, little friend. We're gonna trim a little bit here. Y'all, I always put the caps back on my scissors. The other day I was so glad because the one time I left my scissors in the couch and I was like, at least I capped them and I found them. And thankfully, I found them capped. Usually I'm with it enough to not do that. I don't know that I have a hole puncher, y'all. Oh wait, maybe I do over here. I do, silly me. Okay, so we are going to put, of course, orange hook on this. And I want it to go out, so go in this way. Yes, I like that very much. Do I like this better? Maybe. This is why I like junk journaling, y'all, because there are very big things I have to think about, as I'm not sure we all have to think about right at times, and especially for me right now. And like, this is my biggest decision. I'm like, smaller black button, bigger black button, and it gives my brain a break, and then I can deal with the hard things. But that's cooler. I like that better. Okay, but I love you button. Thanks for your service. Okay, so we've got this. This is drying. I think I've decided that this is just too, this is too eerie for me. I watched, have you guys watched that show, Long Way Round, Long Way Up, Long Way Down? It's Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman, and they drive their motorcycles, and there's just lovely, kind people in the show, at least. And they go to this one place in Finland, I don't remember, in Scandinavia, where people have made like likenesses of people with clothes on them. And something about this reminds me of it. I just can't get over it. So I think we're just gonna let that go. Okay. But I may do the same thing with this and just add I want to make it like an ornament. I swear I'm not cheating. I still have to think about that because I want that to be an ornament. This was actually pulled from a pile of stuff that was supposed to be sent to people, which that's what I get for having stuff out. But now I'm kind of, at a loss as to how to make it work. Okay, so I think I'm done-ish. So we're gonna put this, we're gonna put some, what do we put on it? Silver. This one, I think. It's gonna go in here. Where should it go in here? Kind of like the moon up there. We'll do it this way because otherwise you don't see everything. So, okay, we'll see if that's enough. Let that dry. That needs to get sewn up into a shaker card, and then I'll trim everything. And I'll glue this on after it's a shaker card. Although, of course, now this is not part of the thing. I really like them in here too. But it's really good on here. Okay. What else did I say I wanted to use? Some tags. Some of these tags for these. Just scratched my head, sorry. Very enthusiastic about that. I don't need one on here. I said I might use one on here. Nope, I think I'll keep them. So, you know, maybe I'll use it later. Okay, they go in the big bucket. This is ripped up. You can't see it. It's pre-ripped on the back, so we're not going to save that. All right, so I think if you guys will give me a minute, I'll be back in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and sew this in with some glittery bits. And I'll be back, and I think we are done for today. I like what we've done. Okay, so I'll clean up a little bit so when I come back I don't get confused about what I'm doing. Keeping the Christine. We just don't know what to do about this. That's a situation. I'm gonna break a rule, and I'm not using this because, like I said, it was supposed to be made into an ornament. So I'm gonna keep thinking about how I want to do that. and it might just get tucked into a letter the way it is, because the person it's going to is also an artist and may use it for collage in their own way. So I guess I cheated a tiny bit. But you know, that's what you get when you have your family help you. And when I say that's what you get, I mean, it's been so fun. Like, they love seeing what I've made, and I love seeing what they've picked. And it's only day 4, so goodness knows we'll have other stuff. Okay, so I like this. This will be cool in like a, I'll show you the journal. I'll grab the journal on the way back. I'll grab mine, not my family's, but journals about things we like. And I'll show you how to slip into that really well. And this is extra. Although I felt like this needed like a, I found a tool today. I lost it, so we're just gonna make it straight. Where does it open? Opens here. I'll also grab that orange Posca while I'm up and about. So what am I doing? Grabbing an orange Posca, grabbing my personal, like, all about me journal so you can see it, and sewing. Okay, I will be back. All right, y'all, here we are back. Okay, so before I show you the final card, what I was talking about with our family journals is, Anna made some tea for me. Painty Hands did this really cool tutorial where she made these covers, and I was part of her Patreon, so I made my cover. And then I think, I don't want to show everything that's in here. This is a snippet roll I bought, and I will look up where I got it because I love it. I love all the beads. I'm still learning to figure out snippet rolls. So in here, take my little thing off. What do I have in here? I have a pocket. I have a ticket to something I went to at the art museum. I have Mr. DNA. This is my Jurassic mug. I don't want to tilt it, but I love Jurassic stuff. Got some music in here. What else is in here? Not too much yet. But it's for me to write, so all about me. This is one of the clowns. I love my Squishmallow clowns. She reminds me of me personality-wise. Not scary, but just cute. My husband got me this in Paris. I love octopuses. I think Sweet Shara, when I was, we swapped Easter egg crates through a Thrifty Day community. Not crates, what do you call it? Egg cartons. And she made this lovely thing for me. And this is Betsy McCall, and it's got a little golden book on it. So it's just stuff that's like me, fun. Oh, a little mini like pretend composition book, sorry, with the cassette tape on it. Living Red Book Club is a virtual book club, so anyone can join my local indie. I love weather, so I put a weather charm on it. So it's just all this mess, and I'm gonna have to rearrange this when it's time to actually like make it work. But my point about this is your Hannahs are here is gonna go in here. And I'm just, for now, I'm gonna tuck it, y'all, because I don't want it to get lost in the mess. That's where that goes. And what I was saying was something like this, that's Star Wars themed, could later become like a tuck-in of a page. See? So that's gonna go in. I won't put it in yet, in case we have more Star Wars stuff coming up. I don't know if we do. But I will put, and then, oh, I made these for some pen pals with Cool Christine with some Lisa Frank stickers when that was our theme. 50 Days is a really fun community. If you need to get sort of, you know, if you want to get signed up for pen pals, or I think they do Christmas cards, they do all kinds of stuff. I only had to step back because I couldn't keep up. But it's great stuff. Okay, so here is the final product, sort of. I sewed, can you see? I sewed 2 lines because I realized I wanted, can you guys see? Let's see. There you go. I wanted these little things to show, so I had to sew lines so that they didn't all go to the bottom. They still want to go to the bottom, and I don't know what to do about that. Okay, something else I've learned is if you start with a pink and try to do it black, pink's going to come out anywhere you sew it. So that's kind of a bummer. But I know who this is going to, and they're not going to care because they like it when I make stuff for them. So I am going to put a little bit of blue in here just to get it stuck down. Cover a little bit of that pink. Where are my flat tips? Here we go. And then we're gonna glue these friends down. And maybe what we'll do, you know, you and me and whoever else, you know, all of us. I don't think it's gonna matter because it's only gonna stick to here. I was gonna say we could try to get the things out on the outside, but let's just stick that down. Am I gonna ink it, friends? Are we inking? We can ink. Let's see. Look what someone did for me and my family. They made them all in order. It's a team effort getting some of this stuff organized. I'm just gonna give this like a little bit. Darth Vader's head needs a little, believe it or not, he needed a little something to stand out. Princess Leia and her ridiculous pink lightsaber. Well, to be fair, Han's lightsaber is going pink too, so maybe it's just because they're in love. Spoiler alert, they're in love. Okay. Right, do you think this is clamped? Ish. I feel like this might be kind of a boring one. Are you guys Jurassic Park people? I am. I finally figured out why I love it so much, besides the fact that I just think they're fun. They're basically horror movies where the women and men are pretty much equal in terms of who's going to get eaten by a dinosaur, for the most part. Towards the last ones, I get a little grumpy, but so it's fun. It's a horror movie where I don't have to be like, oh boy, here we go, all the girls are going to die. And I just love science, and we read it in high school. We had to read it, and we had to read Brave New World, and then we had to write a paper on genetic, engineering. This was when the first one came out, in the 90s. It's a really cool, I thought it was a really cool English teacher, period. She's the one who really got me into poetry as well. The poetry project for that year was we had to go and find 10 poems that we loved. Something like we had to go research, like old school, like go to the downtown public library and research and find 10 poems we loved. And instead of being like, this is poetry. So I fell in love. So I fell in love with Paul Laurence Dunbar, Naomi Shihab Nye, who's an Austen poet. Who else did I have in there? Robert Frost, Walking Through the Woods on a Snowy Evening. I've always loved that one. I'd have to go and see what those are the big ones. Paul Laurence Dunbar, Langston Hughes, Naomi Shihab Nye. I think I had Christina Rossetti. But it was just such a cool idea that instead of telling us, like I said, instead of telling us what poetry was, she let us find out ourselves what we loved. And I thought that was really cool. This feels very blank to me, but I'm done today, so I'm gonna keep it. Okay. Oh, we can use the little taggy tabs. So this one I'm saving for somebody. Okay. And it might help with this a little, because this is a little plain looking. I do want to cut corners, just kidding, on this, kind of make them rounded. I'm pretty sure that my corner rounder is not going to like the plastic bag. Ugh, that's the noise, y'all. Okay. And if this is too slow for you, I'm sorry. This is just the pace at which I work. Wait, how am I going to do this? I'm going to use my, what's that thing called? The Fascinator, the giant scary thing. That's what I'm going to use. This goes here. Still, like I said, I still haven't totally figured out where things go. So, what color should we use? Of course, I naturally gravitate toward orange. That's not what I thought I was going to use. I thought I was going to use like an iron or stately or steel or basalt. I'll do both. I want the papaya or Mactosh. Definitely papaya. So you do, when you work with these, you kind of have to figure out what you're going to do, because they do, like, I think I'm just going to cut the sticky off this one. Because there is a tiny little sticky bit. It's unfortunately not sticky in the right place. And I feel like this needs something else. You know, I want to try to put a button on it. I've got a problem. Okay. think? Could it be a chain? Could we? Yes, we could. We will attach it to this. So it'll be like, almost like a little tag flip. So see, that's already sticking a little bit, but we're gonna give it a little more help than that. And yes, I did pick 80s colors for some of these clamps because I thought they were fun. My craft store, well, I say my, it's like almost an hour away, but love it. They have stuff so inviting. Like they have this whole Lazy Susan of all the different colors of these, and they have that store. I love that store so much. Okay, this is gonna take some Fabri-Tac. I think I didn't want to because I wasn't sure how it's gonna react with this fabric. It's pretty, this looks like it might be like, I don't mean industrial, what do you call it? Commercial? Like if you're gonna get commercial chairs or whatever. Okay, I like that. Now, big noise. Pull this out. Not too bad. Okay, this is my fascinator bag. It's got like fascinator, it's got my eyelets. Oh my god, something just opened that was not supposed to open. We will deal with that tomorrow. That is tomorrow's problem. Okay, I am, however, going to put an eyelet in here. I don't know why I keep messing up an and un. A and an. And also, I love to thrift old Vera Bradley bags. It's like one of my favorite things because you can wash them. All right, so let's see. All right, friend, we're going to take you off for just a minute. So this took a while. I'm afraid this video is going to be really long, but I am very pleased with how it's all coming out. Something is in here. I cannot see. I don't know what I was up to. What past me was doing. Okay. I'm going to do the small one just so I don't try to like break the laminate. I don't hate that. I more than that, I like it. Oh, fun, y'all. I probably need to go sew this one, but I'll do that later. Okay, so I'm gonna put these away. Put away the, oh, I was gonna put a thing in it, wasn't I? I will do that because I think it will look good. Sorry if I sing things. When you work with literally little kids, they are much more likely to do what you ask them if you sing it. You can even be like, this is the way we go to the bathroom. Let's all go together. And you can just make it up. And they're like, oh, she's singing. And they do what you ask them to. Okay, let's see. Well, you know, love, care, consistency, all those things as well. But a song always adds to the moment. All right, yay. I like that a lot. Okay. Should we put one on here? Do we dare? Because it's not gonna have anything to bite into. I think we leave well enough alone because the button will cover it. Oh, you guys, I have to be honest, I was not like feeling how this was all coming together, or lack thereof not coming together, or however you want to say it. And now I am very pleased. So let's see what we did for day 4. Wow, it actually goes away. I know that's a big noise, but I just like tossed it into the cart. That was very satisfying. Let's ink this one. Yeah, that's good. I'm not even trying to ink with plastic because we all know how that's going to end. Okay, so let's see how our friend here turned out. Yeah, I like it. I think it's cute. I wish this stuff would stay at the top more. You know what I might do for a shaker card next time? I might put a little glue in there and like keep it where I want it because I think it's really cool. I like these little, can you see the little bits I put in there? They're 3-dimensional, really fun. Okay, so I can't even remember what we started with, but we ended up with a Galaxy card that still needs a little love, but I think we'll get there. This very cool card, which I'm pretty sure is going to end up on a wall, not in the journal, but I don't know. So I didn't worry too much about the back. A Star Wars tag that's like to die for. I'm sorry, I love it. I'm allowed to like my own stuff, right? That is, look. And then we have this cute little, the Carl Hyacin card. So we used it. So we used the pink thing. This was in one envelope. The Star Wars thing was in another envelope. We have this paper to do something with later, which is very, very fun. Yeah, I'm happy. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out. It's been a long one, and I will see you on day 5. All right, take care. Bye.